Hey everybody, got the Mavic Mini here, and I did an unboxing video, but I thought it was so boring, so I've got everything in front of me. I just want to show it to you real quick, and then we're going to get it out. We're going to put it together. So we got the Mavic branding right here, DJI on the case. The case is super nice to have. I tell you this from owning tons of drones. I don't like the Fly More combo bag. I know that it's kind of a cool looking black leather looking bag, but I always bought a carrying case. Now, it even has a handle right here, so if you couldn't see it. This is nice to have. So that saves you money right there. We're going to talk about a few more things like that too. Here's the drone. We're going to get back to that. Let's go through the batteries, right? So it has a button here on the side, and you should be able to see the lights light up telling you we have a full charge. So this is my second day of rain, and I've had this for 2 days and have not flown it yet, so I'm trying to be patient. One thing I did test was this right here on the side. If you have your own USB cable to your phone, you can charge your phone. Works perfectly. You got the button, and then you have the charge. It's a micro USB, and they give you 2 micro USBs, one to charge this and one to charge your controller. In the bag, you only get one of these wall plugs. So take that in consideration when you want to charge. So this will charge USB-A to micro USB for your battery pack right here. You can also charge on the drone itself right here. If you didn't buy the Fly More combo, you throw the battery in, you throw in the micro USB, charge it up. What else do we want to do? We got spare props. With the spare props comes screws and a screwdriver. Now you need that because in order to save weight, they've directly attached the props straight to the motor, and you will need the screws in which to do that. 2 USB cables. I told you we're going to talk about other things that save you money. Right here is something that we always used to buy for the Mavic, the Spark, the Mavic Air, is the cable that goes from the controller to your phone. You always needed a special cable, and then they include that with the Fly More combo. Here's USB-C. Here is micro USB, and here is the lightning cable. So let's get the phone with the cable onto the controller. This is a your mileage may vary moment, right? I found it easy to do it one way. You may find it easier to do it another. I've been putting my phone on the cable on the phone, minus the case, and then putting it inside the controller. Now the controller has some spare thumbsticks. I've taken them out and I've left them in. I find it actually rests a little nicer if you leave the thumbsticks in there. So this needs to get up here and connect here. So I'm simply just threading it in and putting it on. So I don't have it squished in, but you need to squish it in. You can see that there's a nice little cutout right here for the connector on the bottom of your phone. Kind of push it in and then kind of work it. I've always had to kind of use my body when using this style controller. I just like to push it up and have it resting up against here. Notice that the controller is perfectly fine. And then this goes right in if I can see it. Now let's put a battery in the Mini. I'm just grabbing a battery out of the case. This is my first time. I'm a first timer. I wanted to show you the contacts here, the contacts in there. Nice and easy. Snaps in. Snaps closed. I could have used a little more snap. I'm telling you, if you wreck this, it's going to yard sale. Now for something I'm kind of excited for is these propeller guards. I've never, ever been excited for propeller guards until this thing came out. These are going to allow me to fly indoors, and I'm really excited about trying some things, some different like rise ups inside for some real estate footage. it's with this being so small, I'm going to be able to get it in some new spots, and I'm not going to have sensors blaring. I'm not going to have to manually turn sensors off and then forget about them, go outside and wreck it into a tree. So I'm kind of excited about this. It has some latches here, and open the latches, and you see this little oblong one right here. This is going to go on the landing gear right here, and you just got to give it a little bit. I got to open this up again. Just got to give it a little bit of a bend, and then it'll go right in. I'm wondering how many of these props I'm going to rip off in the lifetime of me owning this thing, because they are paper thin. I wanted to hear a click here. We need to hear a click and a click. I just want to throw it. That's the new launch I need to do with DJI. It's a throw launch. Throw sticks. So let's fire it up for the first time, get the firmware and the app all straightened out. So just like getting an Xbox on Christmas Day, you don't get to play it until you update everything. So it looks like we're ready to fly. I'm going to go through this and set all the like return to home settings. Maybe that would help if we just ran through all those real quick. Let's wrap this video up, put everything back in the bag, see what it looks like, and then we'll take it outside and do some calibration. So let's power down. Right? We're going to power down the controller. We're going to turn off the app. Take the phone out. I'm going to put the phone away because I'm afraid when we get everything loaded into the bag, you're going to want a bigger bag. I think that's going to be the, well, this should snap. There it goes. I think that's going to be the want here, but let's do this. I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to do this, but I'm liking it so far. Oh, looky here what I forgot. We got to do it again. I think there's some room under here. Look at that. Bonus. I even put these things under here, right? Put your phone cable. This bag may work after all. Let's go outside and fly. Nice. You see it? Yeah. Now, guess what I've done? No sticks. I go up, I can go down. Get some sticks. In sport mode, you can get in trouble really fast. Nice 45. See that right there? With the Spark, I'd already be planning to bring it in. I know this seems crazy after 5 minutes, but it literally, you have 10 minutes of flight time. Multiple times I'm getting the warning, aircraft power insufficient. See that right there? You tap it, it says fly with caution. Here we are right here.
Landing.
I am in, oh, altitude error. Alright. It says, that says I'm on the third dot right there. Controller at 55. Isn't that wild? So, I'm pretty impressed. I'm gonna get this turned off. Alright, so back inside after the first flight, calibration the first flight, and I couldn't be any more thrilled. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with it. I thought I was going to be disappointed in its size, its speed. So a couple of thoughts. I felt like I feel like the Spark flies a little faster, and to be honest with you, I haven't even looked at how they compare on paper, mile per hour. I felt like it was a little faster. I felt like the descend of this machine was very fast, very fast. I did have those power issues, aircraft power that I showed you on the video. I'm gonna have to look into that to see what's going on. Most of the time is when I was giving it a 2-stick command, like a descend and a power forward, or ascend and a power backward, you know, like a 45 pullback. I felt like it was giving me that error at that point. Very happy with the gimbal operation. With the Spark, even if when I'm flying the Spark from one photo location to the next location, I always put it in sport mode. And when you do that, the gimbal, you know how it's only a 2-axis gimbal, you put it in sport mode and the gimbal is just very erratic. And sometimes my Spark gimbal acted up. It didn't like that, or if you didn't power it on a perfectly flat surface, it would be erratic during the flight. So I feel like maybe this has answered that for me. So, I mean, 3-axis gimbal, always better than the 2-axis with digital stabilization. 3-axis, much better. Size, I'm perfectly happy with. I mean, they cut back for a reason. It's 249 grams. So it does feel, I don't want to say cheap, but it does feel, it is way different. It is way different. Like these little fill-ins underneath the motor here, way different. The props, paper thin. And I'm sure you could, there's going to be third-party props. I thought it was less noisy than the Spark, and that may be because of these little light fins. I don't know, maybe the RPMs of the motors. I felt like that was very good. I didn't like the case at first. I now figured out that I can carry everything in the case. I didn't put in my charging cables, that was the only thing, but I do feel like I can wrap those and put those in here. I've got everything I need. I even stuck my phone in here so I can get my flying phone and put it in here. I didn't like the fact that I actually took off without the sticks in. I was like, well, okay, now you could fly. I mean, it's not unlike flying on an iPad, but it wouldn't be as fun, right? But I could have, it would have been cumbersome. Like say if you were out, you put it in the air and you had your phone stuck in there. There's, you know, you've got the sticks right here. It would have been very cumbersome to get those out. I like the weight and feel of the controller, much like the Spark. I don't need any of the commands. I don't need information here as long as my app supports everything. The Fly app is a little less informative than I would like it to be. I think that's because I'm only used to DJI Go, the Go 4 app that puts all that information in front of you. The flight time was fantastic. I can't even tell you. I was ready to go. I've been so molded by the Spark flight time that I didn't know what else to do. I was in the air for 15 minutes and I literally did not know what else to do. I have all this extra time in which to play with. That is fantastic. I'm not flying home, changing the battery, so that's really good. I pushed it out just 1,600 feet, and I know it's going to go way farther than that. The grayness of it, I don't like. I do like the little sticker decals, but the stickers are on top. I would like it to be a little more visible, so I don't know if there's anything we can do about that besides getting a sticker trim kit for everything else. Again, I skipped over the bag. I feel like I don't have to spend another $20, $30 on the bag. I feel like I've got everything in here that I need. Maybe we grow, we get more batteries, we get another one of these, we get, you know, more trinkets. You can't fit in anything else, right? I would like the parabolic accessory to put on here just in case you need it. Sometimes when I was flying Spark and I got into a pickle where I got out of signal and I would rather have a little better signal and fly it back, you throw on the parabolics or you just fly with them and, you know, it shapes that signal for you and concentrates it where you need to put it. So I think that's an accessory I would like to have. Having the cables in the Fly More box, that's awesome. The Fly More combo, that is awesome. Don't have to buy that. Having the indoor prop shields, you don't have to buy that. So this literally will, buying the Fly More combo, I think saves you money in the end. Because if you don't buy the Fly More combo, you get a little case, but it's already too small to add anything else. It's already too small. So that would be my I'm the kind of person that likes to have the latest and greatest, so I sold my Spark about a month ago, and now I have this. I'm fine with that decision. I like this one. It folds up more compact. I'm very happy with the system. Should you sell your Spark? Oh, that's a tough call. I'm gonna say no. DJI Air or Mavic Air, Mavic Pro, you don't need to, no, you have a fine machine, keep it. Maybe you can get this as a second machine, use it as your B-roll, use it as your toy, take it on vacations with you and keep your Pro at home just so you're not, you know, wrecking your real estate rig into the lake when you could be, you know, putting $500 into the lake. I don't know, it's up to you. I think that's it. Got some B-roll. That's fun. God, I think I'm done talking.